everyone, welcome to the MCQ practice series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today we are going to discuss few questions related to ancient history and this is the set 4. I hope you like the other 3 one. So moving towards the first question. The rulers of which of the following dynasties have been called Sri Parvatiya in the Puranas? And your options are Vakatak, Ikshvaku, Shak and Kharvel. And your answer is Ikshvaku. Coming to the explanation part. The people of Ikshvaku dynasty ruled the Krishna Guntur region. So here you must know the reason that Ikshvaku dynasty ruled the Krishna Guntur region. In the Puranas, he has been called as Sri Parvatiya and Andhra because servant of Andhras and Sri Parvatiya ruler of Shiv Parvat. Earlier, they were feudatories of Satavahanas, but after their fall, they declared their independence, hence option B is correct. So, feudatories, what does it mean? That there is a feudal system and suppose that if any group or if any particular person is holding a land, so that is called as the feudatories. The founder of Ikshvaku dynasty was Srishnantmul. So, you must know the name of Ikshvaku dynasty founder and he was a follower of Vedic religion. It means that Ikshvakus followed the Vedic system and Sri Santamula was succeeded by Mathari Putra who ruled for about 20 years. So this is a brief about Ikshvaku dynasty. Coming to the next one. The word Aghanya used in many passages in Rig Veda refers to, your options are for the priest, for women, for the cow, for Brahmin, and your answer is for the cow. Coming to the explanation, the oldest and first Veda of is Rig Veda. And why this is so much important? First of all, it is oldest, and second, its length and its size is very vast. So that's why this is called as Rig Veda. And Rig Veda, the word Aghanya has been used for the cow, which means animal cannot be killed. So that's why the animal is called as Aghanya. There was a provision in Vedas for death penalty or exile for anyone killing and injuring cow. Traders named Pani were notorious for stealing animals. So, if you are stealing a cow, if you are punishing a cow, then there will be the punishment provisions because the cow is considered as Aghanya. Coming to the next one. Arrange the following Mahajanpadas in the 6th century BC in order from east to west. So, here you have to arrange east to west. And your options are Ang, Magad, Kashi, Koshal, Matsya, Ang, Magad, Koshal, Kasi, Matsya, Magad, Ang, Kashi, Kosal, Matsya, Magad, Kashi, Ang, Matsya, Koshal. And your answer would be A. Ang, Magad, Kasi, Koshal, Matsya. Coming to the explanation, starting from the east, the first one was Ang, and which includes modern Munger and Bhagalpur district of Bihar. After that, Magad district, which fell in modern Patna and Gaya districts from, and also some parts of Shahabad. So the Magad consists Patna, Gaya and Shahabad. And after that, Kasi district to the west was Kasol district, Kosal district, which was in the eastern Uttar Pradesh, and to the west was Matsya district. So this is the east to west. Coming to the match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer from the given below. So these are the Mahajanpadas and these are the capital and you have to match here. And your options are Ang, Magad, Kashi, Koshal, Varanasi, Champa, Rajgir, Shravasti. So the answer would be the Ang belongs to the Champa, Magad, Rajgir, Kasi, Varanasi, Koshal, Shravasti. So this is the answer C. Ang, Champa, Magad, Rajgir, Kasi, Varanasi, Koshal, Shravasti. So this is the match. Coming to the next one. With reference to the state of Magad, which of the following statement is correct? And the first statement is King Udain of Haryang clan had built a fort in Patna. The second is Mahapadmanand had assumed the title of Ekrat. And the third is Shishunak dynasty had merged the Avanti kingdom into Magad. And your options are 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. And your answer is D, which is all the answers are all these statements are correct. Udayin became the king of Magad after Ajatashatru. So you must know the chronology also. An important event of his rule is that he built a fort at confluence of Ganga and Son in Patna. Hence statement 1 is correct. Magad was ruled by Nand dynasty after Shishunag dynasty. So you must know the here also that Shishunag dynasty came after the Nand. Nand, the great leader of Nanda dynasty, increased the power of Magad by conquering Kalinga and also brought the statue of Jin as a victory monument. Mahapadmanand had assumed the title of Ekrat. So, the statement is correct. And during the rule of Shishunag dynasty over Magad, the power of Avanti kingdom was ended and it was merged into the Magad kingdom. With this, 100 years of enmity between Avanti and Magad came to an end. So, statement 3 is also correct. Coming to the next one. Next one is arrange the dynasty that ruled the Magad empire in the correct order. So, here you have to set the chronology. Haryang dynasty, Nand dynasty, Shishunag dynasty, Maurya dynasty. Haryang dynasty, Shishunag dynasty, Nand dynasty, Maurya dynasty. Nand dynasty, Haryang dynasty, Maurya dynasty, Shishunag dynasty, Shishunag dynasty, Nand dynasty, Haryang dynasty and Maurya dynasty. So the answer would be B. First Haryang dynasty, second is Shishunag dynasty, third is the Nand dynasty and fourth is the Maurya dynasty. Coming to the next one. Which of the following is false regarding the major patrons of religion? And here your options are Kaling King Kharvel Buddhism, Chandragupta Maurya Jainism, God King Shashank Buddhism, Pushyamitra Shung Buddhism, Heliodorus Bhagavad Dharma. And here your answer would be 1, 3 and 4. Coming to the 1 is wrong because Kaling King Kharvel patronized Jainism. 2 is correct because Chandragupta Maurya became Jain. And 3 is wrong because Shashank of God had cut down the Bodhi tree of Bodh Gaya. And 4 is wrong because Pushyamitra Singh was a Brahmin ruler who killed Buddhist. 5 is correct because the Besnagar Garund pillar bears the Vasudev inscription of Heliodorus, who was the Greek ambassador. He was called Vasudev Krishna, the priest of goddess Bhagavati. So here you must know that which of the kingdom followed which kind of the religion. Then coming to the this rebellion arose against the then social political system of South India, which could be suppressed only by the combined efforts of Pandyas, Pallavas, Chalukyas of Badami. It was a rebellion, Chera rebellion, Kalbhara rebellion, Kadamb rebellion, Western Ganga rebellion. And your answer would be B, Kalbhara rebellion. There was a rebellion under the leadership of Kalbharas in the 6th century. This had an impact on Pallavas and their contemporary neighbors Kalbharas, who were called as evil kings. He overthrew many kings and captured the Tamil region. He abolished the Brahmadeya rights given to the Brahmins in many villages because Brahmadeya is given as a grant to Brahmins. Probably Kalbhara was a follower of Buddhism because he patronized Buddhist monasteries. The rebellion of Kalbharas had become so widespread that it could be suppressed only by combined efforts of the Pandyas, Pallavas and Chalukyas of Badami. So, this is brief about Kalbharas. Then, unity of these kings against the Kalbharas who abolished the right of Brahmins on the land given in grant means that rebellion was against the then social political system of South India, because since ancient time we have seen that Brahmins are more privileged and they were given the rights. But Kalbharas broke all those barriers and stereotype, and they had decided and they had stopped the Brahmadeya rights to the Brahmins. So they were against the current political and social order of that time. Coming to the next one, with reference to the Agrahar, which of the following statement is correct? It was land given to a Brahmin. It was a title given to an army chief. It was a place of stay for saint. It was a village only for women. And your answer is A, which is land given to Brahmin. And Brahmadeya is also similar to that. The land given to Brahmin is called Agrahar. This land was generally free from payment of land revenue and other dues. Usually Brahmins were given the right to collect these dues from the local people. So it's more of that Brahmins were given the land and they were collecting tax from that land, and they don't have to pay any kind of tax to the rural also. So this is called as Agrahara system. Coming to the next one, in Buddhism, Vesak is related to Buddha Jayanti, Buddhist monasteries of Tibet by chanting Buddhist mantras from clothes worn by Buddhist monks. And your answer would be the A from Buddha Jayanti. Buddha Jayanti or Buddha Purnima is major festival for the worshipper of Theravada branch of Buddhism. In the comment section, you have to tell me that what is Theravada branch of Buddhism. Buddha Jayanti is celebrated on Baishakh Purnima. On this day, Lord Buddha was born, attained enlightenment and attained Mahaparinirvana. So it is also called as Vesak. So you must know all this process. Then coming to the practice question, the important difference between Mahayana and Hinayan forms of Buddhism lies in which of the following? In Mahayana, virtue could be imposed by others, whereas in Hinayan, a person would help another person only by example and advice. B. Mahayana believed in bodhisattvas, where Hinayan did not. Hinayan promoted the concept of Vedanta Paritatra, and the D is Mahayana propounded the concept of Arahant worshipped. So you have to answer this in the comment section. I hope you like this series. If you have any issues related to this series, kindly ask in the comment section, and keep practicing, keep preparing for your examination. All the best.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.